Okay, so yeah, good morning, children. So in today's session, what is the agenda for today's session is, so we are going to understand the if statements of Python. Okay, what are all the different if statements that Python provides that we are going to understand. So in the different if statement, first we are going to understand the simple if statement. Next, we will understand if-else statement, and then if-elif statement. If time permits, we will go for if-elif. Otherwise, we will be discussing simple if and then if-else statement, and we will be discussing programs as well. Okay. In yesterday's session, we have discussed what are all the different flow of control that are available. So, which is your sequential execution, selection, and iteration, right? Okay, so in the sequential execution, all the statements in the program, it will be executed in the sequential order, in line 1, line 2, line 3, like that it will be executed in sequence. Whereas in selection, okay, from the name itself, you will be able to understand you are going to select something. What you're going to select, you're going to select which part of the statement or which statements to be executed and which are not. Okay, so that you are going to select it. Okay, if you want to make a choice, then you have to decide it based on some condition, right? Okay, so that is what we are going to address here in today's session. Okay, for selection statement, for doing the selection, for making the decision, your Python provides a number of if statement. Okay, you will be able to make a decision using a if statement. Okay, so if it is raining, take umbrella. If not, not required. If it is if the mark is greater than 35, you are passing exam, otherwise you have failed. So if it is generally in English, we are using if to make a choice. Okay, so similar if statements that is available in Python as well, right? Okay, so the if statement, there are different syntax, different control structures that are available in Python. So we are going to discuss one by one. Okay, so in today's session, we will be discussing the simple if statement, if-else statement, and if time permits, we will go for if-elif statement. Without further delay, we will start with a simple if statement, right? Okay, the if statements of Python, the if constructs or the conditional statements in Python. Okay, what do you mean by conditional statement? The statement which is used to check the condition, which is used to make a decision. So that is why it is also called as decision constructs. Okay, this implement the selection construct. Okay, using a if statement, you will be able to implement the decision construct. Okay, you will be able to implement the decision construct. That is, you will be able to decide which part of the set of codings you have to execute, which set of coding which need not be executed. Okay, at this point in time. So like that, you will be able to make a decision based on the condition. Okay, so your if statement or the conditional statement, that's why it is called as conditional statements in Python. It is otherwise called as decision constructs. Your if statements or otherwise called as decision constructs. What are all the different decision constructs that are available? Abhina, the simple if statement. Okay, if the condition, we are going to discuss that only. Okay, simple if statement, if else statement, nested if statement, and then if elif later. So these are all the different if constructs that are available. Okay, so sometimes you have to check only one condition. Sometimes you have to do multiple condition checking. So to address all the problems, to address all types of situations, so your Python provides a number of if constructs. Okay, so all the conditions, all the decisions you will not make by checking only one condition. You may have to check additional conditions. Okay, so in that case, in a language, it should provide all the facilities to do that. Okay, so in Python, it provides all the necessary constructs so to make a decision. So we will discuss it one by one. The very first one is simple if statement. Okay, the first one is simple if statement. So what is the general syntax of a if statement. So after this, we will be very frequently using the word syntax. So what do you mean by syntax? Syntax, it's nothing but the format of writing or the way of writing, the procedure to write. Okay, that is your syntax, and you have to write as such only. What are all the whatever mentioned in the syntax, you have to write as such. Okay, so what is the syntax of if control construct abhina? So it is if is a keyword. Okay, if you recall, we have already discussed about keywords and then identifier. So what do you mean by keyword? Keyword, can anyone say what is keyword?
Keywords are reserved words.
Keywords or reserved words which have a special meaning.
Value.
Okay, which has a special meaning. Okay, so here if is a keyword. Okay, if that particular word is available, after the if there must be a conditional expression. Okay, whatever the condition that you wanted to make, okay, that conditional expression should appear here. Okay, so this is a angle bracket. So angle bracket abhina, you just have to write the expression, nothing else. Okay, so and then this if statement must end with the colon. Okay, you have to write if and you have to leave a space, and then you have to write your conditional expression. After the conditional expression, you have to give colon. Okay, because your if statement, it is a compound statement. So if this condition is satisfied, I want to execute one statement. Okay, so look at the statement that is given here. It is statement or statements. Okay, so it can be a single statement or it can be a group of statement. Okay, so upon satisfying this condition, whether you wanted to execute only one statement or you wanted to execute multiple statement. So if it is one statement, you can write that only one statement. If you want to have more than one statement, all those statements you have to write it with the proper indentation. Okay, so this is a function, this is a compound statement header. So after writing the compound statement header, you have to leave minimum 4 space. Okay, you have to leave minimum 4 space, and then you have to start writing the body of the if statement. In the body, all the statement, if you are having more than one statement, all the statement must be written with the same indentation. Okay, I repeat. So here in Python, only the indentation decides the makes the group of statement. That is, the group of statement can be formed by using the proper indentation. So if you want to execute more than one statement, then all those statements must be written with the proper indentation. That is, in same line of indentation you have to write it. Okay, so that is what if. What is the general syntax? It is if, and you have to give the conditional expression, and that expression should end with colon. Okay, after giving colon, in the next line, after leaving minimum of 4 space, you can write upon satisfying the condition what you wanted to do, that particular statement you have to write. Okay, so here look at the explanation given here. If statement tests a condition and if the condition evaluates to true, if the condition evaluates to true, okay, so that is why it is a conditional expression. Okay, the expression which is evaluates to true or false, that is the Boolean value, it carries out some instruction and does nothing in condition. If the condition evaluates to false, okay, the condition satisfy ஆச்சு அப்படின்னா இந்த set of statement வந்து execute ஆகும். Satisfy ஆகல means if it is evaluated to false அப்படின்னா this particular set of statement will not be executed. Okay, so for example, look at the example given here. So if mark equal to 100. Okay, so if the mark, I'm just reading the mark, and then the mark is equal to 100, I want to display additional information. Print congratulations for scoring centum. This information will be displayed, okay, only if you score centum. Okay, if your mark is not centum, this particular information will not be displayed. Okay, so here mark is a identifier. In that identifier there will be some value. If that value is equal to 0, so what type of expression it is? It is a relational expression. If this expression evaluates to true, okay, mark equal to, if suppose the value of mark is 97 abdina, what will be the result of the expression? 97 equal to 100. What is the result of it? False. So false abdina, this particular message, it will not be executed. Okay, so that is what in your expression irukum. If that is evaluated to true, okay, the result of that conditional expression is true abdina, this particular statement will be executed. This is a simple if statement. Okay, so when we talk about the conditional expression, the conditional expression can be a relational expression. Okay, something like this, that is using a relational operator you can write it. It can be a logical expression. What do you mean by logical expression? The expression which uses logical operators, right? Okay, what are all the logical operators? And, or, not. Okay, so using the logical operator you can form an expression. So for example, if age greater than or equal to 18 and citizenship equal to Indian, then I want to print you are eligible to vote in India. Okay, so here I am checking two conditions, right? Okay, so age should be greater and you should be a Indian, only then you will be eligible to vote in India. Okay, so that is a logical expression. If A is greater than B and A is greater than C, then A is the largest of three numbers. So like that, it can be a logical expression also. Okay, these two are fine. Look at the third explanation. The expression evaluates to truth value. Okay, the expression, or it can be a variable or it can be a constant. Okay, so it can be anything that evaluates to truth value. So what do you mean by truth value? We have already learned about it, right? Okay, so here in Python your Boolean values true and false are called as Boolean values. So true having the truth value true and false having the truth value false, right? Okay, so similarly for all the other data types we have the truth value. So what is the truth value of a 0?
False.
False. Okay, all the other numbers minus 127
True.
true, right? Okay, so 349
True.
So if even if you are having the expression, so for example, I can write it as if A plus B, you can very well give it. Okay, so if A plus B gives the value as, okay, any non-zero value, which means that your condition, your condition, that is your conditional expression having the truth value true. So in that case also it will give you the result as, it will execute the below statement. Do you understand? Okay, so the expression evaluates to truth value. So truth value abdina, so it can be any variable, a symbol, any single variable, or it can be any data type that is holding the value, and for those variables it will evaluate the truth value. Okay, so for example, okay, A equal to 10, B equal to 20. If wait, A equal to 10, B equal to 20. If A equal to B, or if A less than B, print high. Okay, So A is less than B. I'm checking the condition. What type of expression it is? It is a relational expression. Okay. What will be the result of this particular program? What will be the output of this program?
Hi.
Hi.
Okay, so when you run this, you will get the output as high. Okay, so here I'm having the relational expression. Okay, A is less than B and A is greater than 5. Okay, so what type of expression it is?
Logic.
It is a logical expression. So what is the output of this? What will be the output of this program?
Hello.
Hi and hello.
Hi and hello. Okay, so it will print hi and then hello. So here I have written this to make you understand the result of, that is what are all the different types of expression you can have. Okay. What will be the result of this?
Error.
Huh? Error. It will not give any error message. So here A is less than B. Is the condition satisfied? Yes. And A less than 5, 10 less than 5, the condition not satisfied. So true and false. The result is true and false.
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 So here the condition not satisfied. When the condition not satisfied, this particular statement does not get executed. Okay. However, print hello. Okay. This statement, it is not the body of the if statement. Okay. Print hello. This does not belong to this if condition. Only one statement. Print hi. Only this statement will get, that is whether this particular statement to be executed or not, that will be decided based on this condition. Okay, so whether the condition satisfied or not, this print statement gets executed. Okay, this is how you have to create a compound statement. Okay, so here these two are compound statement. However, this is not a compound statement. This we call it as a the statements that belong to main program or top level statement. What do you mean by top level statement? Abdina, the statements which has been written without leaving any space. Okay, editor without leaving any space, I have started typing. Okay, so that does not belong to any particular function or a statement. This is a main level statement, main program we call it as. So this belongs to main program. Okay, you will understand better when we talk about function. Now you just understand that here this print hi, only this is the body of this if condition. Okay, so if you want to make a hello also to be a part of this particular statement, then what you have to do? You have to write it with the proper indentation. Okay, இப்போ ரெண்டு ஸ்டேட்மெண்ட் வந்து எனக்கு இந்த if condition satisfy ஆனாதான் எக்ஸிக்யூட் பண்ணணும் அப்படின்னா இந்த ரெண்டு ஸ்டேட்மெண்ட்டையும் you have to write it in the same indentation. Okay, so இப்போ if I change, இப்போ நான் எதுவுமே சேஞ்ச் பண்ணல, இங்க என்ன பண்ணிருக்கேன், I'm just leaving some space here. இப்போ இந்த ரிசல்ட், இந்த ப்ரோக்ராம் எக்ஸிக்யூட் பண்ணா உனக்கு என்ன ரிசல்ட் கிடைக்கும்?
Hi, hello.
Have you checked the condition? Condition satisfy ஆகுமா?
No, ma'am.
Satisfy ஆகாது. So when you execute this, you will not get any output. எந்த அவுட்புட்டும் வராது. புரியுதா?
Yes, ma'am.
புரியுதா? Okay, this is very, very important. So if you want to make more than one statement to be executed under a particular condition அப்படின்னா, all those statements should be written with a proper indentation. இந்த indentationோட type பண்ண அப்படின்னா, then it will become a group of statement that belong to this particular header. Do you understand? இப்போ when you do this, No problem. Okay, so here the condition is satisfied, and then now it will print both the statement. Okay, so these two statements executed because this particular condition, though the condition satisfied. Okay, so now you understood the body of the statement, how to type with the proper indentation, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so here I can also write it as if A, I can type. What will be the result if I type only A?
Hi, hello.
Hi, hello. Who said that?
Sabesh.
Sabeshwar, very good. Okay, what is the value of A?
Internal values.
What is the value of A?
10.
Okay, the value of A is 10. What is the truth value of 10?
True.
True. Okay, so true abdina, which means that here the condition is evaluated to true nartham. Okay, so here it is having the truth value true. So these two statements gets executed. Is that clear?
Yes, ma'am.
What is the result of this?
Hi, hello, good day.
Expression.
Hi, hello, good day.
What is the value? What is the statement that I have written here?
Good day alone.
Who said that?
Dhanush ma'am.
Very good. When you run this, you will get good day alone. Why? What is the expression that I have given?
A minus 10
A
is equal to
minus
0.
10. What is the value of
Truth
A?
value is false.
0. Now it's 0.
Okay, 10 minus 10,
False.
0. Okay, 0 abdina, it is having the truth value
False.
false. It is having the truth value false. So false abdina, this particular statement gets executed only if the expression, if this conditional expression evaluated to true. Okay, in the expression vandita, only if it gives the truth value true, these two statements gets executed. If it is if it evaluates to false, okay, it can be a Boolean value or it can be a truth value which evaluates to false, right? Okay, so now what will be the result of this?
Good day.
Hi, hello, good day, ma'am.
Hello, good day.
Hi, hello, good day.
Who said hi, hello, good day?
Yashwant, ma'am.
Yashwant, very good. Okay, what is this? This is
String,
a
ma'am.
string. Okay, Yashwant, you are correct. Okay, I'm just explaining for other people.
Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
it will print hi, hello, and then hi, hello, and then good day gets printed. Okay, because this is a string having some value. Okay, so which string having the truth value false?
Empty string.
Empty string. Okay, so if I change this to this, okay, then what will be the output?
Good day.
Do you
Good day.
understand?
Good day.
Good day.
Do you understand?
Good day.
Only good day will gets printed. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so you have to check this conditional expression very carefully. Okay, if condition writing, if it is very easy, but understanding this conditional expression, it is very important. Now whoever I'm asked, only that student can answer. Right. Rohit is there. 11C Rohit.
Yes, ma'am.
What is the result of this? What is the output when you execute this program?
Hi, hello, good day.
Very good. Okay, so here I'm having the string, but it is not a empty string. So when you execute this, you will get the output as Hi, hello, good day. Very good. Vignesh, what is the output of this?
I good day, ma'am.
It is only good
Good
day.
day.
Why? Because
False. Zero
we
is
are
false.
having 0. 0 what a truth value another?
False.
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 So when you execute this, you will get only good day. Is that clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Okay. So this is what you need to understand very clearly. Okay, so this is a simple if statement. When you check the condition, that is you're checking the condition. If that condition evaluates to true, or if it has the truth value true, then the body of the statement. Okay, so whatever you are writing with the indentation, that is called as a body of the statement. The body of the statement gets the body of the if loop gets executed. Sorry, if condition gets executed if this conditional expression evaluates to true. Okay, so this conditional expression can be a relational expression, or it can be a logical expression, or it can be any arithmetic expression. Okay, or it can also be a literal. Okay, any constant value 0, 5, 29 abdinto, you can also have any constant value, any data type also you can have. Okay, so based on the truth value, it will have either the truth value true, or it will have the truth value false. Okay, so this is your simple if statement. So look at the flow chart given here. So if condition, okay, if this condition evaluates to true, execute the if statement block. Okay, this is a statement block. If statement block abdina, that is a statement when the condition is satisfied. Okay, false abdina, or that is outside the if statement. What are all the statements that are present? That statement gets executed. So that statement gets executed irrespective of whether the condition is satisfied or not. Okay, so this is your simple if statement. Is that clear, or is anyone having any doubt here?
Between if statement and print, there must be a line gap, ma'am.
Yeah, gap. No, the next line, immediate next line I have written.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, so this if header, it should end with the colon. Only that you have to be careful with. Right? Okay, so the next construct is the if else statement. Okay, so what is a if else statement? So from the name itself, you will be able to infer something. If the condition is satisfied, one part of the program gets executed. Otherwise, else, if it is not satisfied, another part of the program gets executed. That is your if else statement. So let us read what is given here. This form of if statement tests a condition, and if the condition evaluates to true, it carries out statements indented below if. Okay, that is if block statement gets executed, and the condition evaluates to false. Okay, so when I evaluate the condition, if it is evaluated to false, it carries out, that is indented below else. Okay, so this is your if block statement, this is your else block statement. If this condition evaluated to true, this particular statement, that is if block statement or if statements gets executed. If the condition evaluates to false, or if the condition is not satisfied. Okay, if the condition is not satisfied, then else block statements gets executed. Okay, so either if block or else block statement gets executed. Is that clear? So look at the example. If number 1 greater than number 2. Okay, so if the number 1 is greater, I want to print the message, print num1 is greater than num2. Okay, else I want to print, okay, 5, 7. 5 is greater than 7. 5 greater than 7. No. What is the result of that relational expression? False. Okay. So if this expression evaluates to false, then else part gets executed. Okay. So in that case, number 2 is greater than number 1. That is 7 is greater than 5. Okay, 7 is greater than 5. Okay, so look at the flow chart that is given here. There is a condition. If the condition evaluates to true, then true block statement gets executed. If the condition evaluates to false, then false block statement or else block statements gets executed. Okay, so either true block or false block false block or else block statements gets executed. That is your if else statement. That is your if else statement, right? Okay, so let us try to understand this. Let me take the same program. If 0, print hi hello, else okay, so this is the program. Okay, so now if I execute this, okay, a equal to 10, b equal to 20, right? Okay, so if 0, what will be the result of this?
False.
Good day, children. God bless
Good day, children. God bless you.
Good day, children, and then God bless you.
God bless you.
Right? Good day, children, and then God bless you. What will be the result of this?
Hi, hello, good day, children. God bless you.
Who is that?
Nasim.
Is he
Ma'am,
correct?
hi and hello.
Is he correct?
Only hi, hello.
Hi, hello.
Only hi, hello.
Hi, hello. God
Hi,
bless.
hello. God bless you.
Hi, hello, and then
God bless you.
God,
God
bless,
bless
you.
you.
Okay, can I hear it from girls? I can't hear from girls. Girls, are you there? Girls, are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, okay. Is that clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So A less than B, 10 less than 20. Okay, what is the result of the expression? True. Okay, so if it evaluates to true, the if block statements gets executed. So when you run this, okay, hi, hello, and then God bless you. Okay, God bless you, that gets executed irrespective of whatever the value, whatever the result of the expression, because the God bless you, this statement that is available in, it is a top level statement that does not belong to any group. Okay, it does not belong to either if block or else block, right? Is that clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Hmm. What will be the result of this?
Good day, children. God bless you.
Good day, children. God bless you.
Is that clear?
Ma'am.
Is that correct? Everyone agree? Okay, good day, children, and then God bless you. What is the result of this?
Hi, hello, God bless.
Hi, hello, and then
God bless you.
God.
God bless you. Everyone agree? Everyone agreed, or is anyone having any doubt here? Okay, hi, hello, God bless you. Okay, so it doesn't matter. A plus B minus 70, you will get the negative value. Okay, so the negative value also have the truth value true. Only 0 it is having the truth value false. All the other values having the truth value true. So this expression, it is evaluated to true. So you will get the output as hi, hello, and then God bless you, right? Okay. So this is your if else statement. Now look at the, now let us write some program. Okay. Program that takes a number and checks whether a given number is odd or even. How will you find out whether the number is odd or even? In general.
2n plus 1.
Okay. So otherwise, simply to say
If
that.
flow divide the number by 2, if the result is
If the number
0,
is divisible by 2, right? If the
result
number is
equal
divisible by
to
2, then it is a even number. Otherwise, it is a odd number. Okay, so in Python, to check the divisibility of a number by another number, you can use a modulo division operator. What is the result of modulo division?
Reminder.
Okay, the modulo division that will give you the remainder. Okay, so if the number is completely divisible by another number, then you will get the remainder as 0. 175 divided by 5. Okay, modulo divided by 5. What is the result?
0.
0. Okay, if the number is 26 divided by modulo divided by 4.
2.
2, you will get the remainder as 2. Okay, so to check the divisibility of a number to another, you can use a modulo division operator. If the modulo, after doing the modulo division, if the result is 0, which means that the number is completely divisible by another number. Okay, so I am going to use that logic to check whether the number is odd or even. So whenever you write a program, you have to follow the 5 steps which I have mentioned you. Okay, first you have to find out what is the input for the particular program, and then what is the logic to find out the solution. Okay, so here I want to find whether the number is odd or even. So to check whether the number is odd or even, you need to have the number from the user, right? Okay, so you have to write the read statement to read the information from the user. Next, you have to think of the logic to come up with the solution. Now I want to find out whether the number is odd or even. So how can I find whether the number is odd or even? I have to divide by 2. So when I do the division, if it is completely divisible, okay, then it is even number. So I have to, what facility is available in Python to check that? So we are having the modulo division operator. So when I do the modulo division operator, okay, if the remainder is 0, then it is a even number. Otherwise it is a odd number. Okay, that is the logic. What you need to print, what is the output that you have to give? You have to say whether the number is odd or even. Okay, so you have to display the message. So to display the message, you have to use a print statement. Okay, so this is how you have to think when you develop a program. Okay, what is the input, what is the logic to find out the answer, what is the result that you have to give it to the user. Okay, so if you start thinking in that manner for all the programs, then you will not find it difficult. You will not find out any difficulty in writing the program. Okay, so first you just ask yourself, what is the input required? Okay, what is the output that needs to be displayed, and what is the logic to solve the problem. To solve the logic, what is the facility that is available in Python. Okay, so in this way you have to think for all the programs that is present in your book. Okay, so here takes a number and check. Okay, so we have already discussed. Now look at the program, then it will become very easy. I have to read a number. To read a number, what is the function that we have? Int of input of. Okay, so num is equal to int of input of enter an integer. Okay, so after reading the number, what you have to do? You have to do the modulo division, and if that division value is equal to 0 you have to check that. So to do so, I am having the if construct that is available in my Python. Okay, so if num modulo divided by 2 equal to 0. Okay, I am dividing the number by modulo dividing the number by 2. Okay, so in that case, if the result is equal to 0, okay, then I want to print the number is a even number. Okay, so when I do the modulo division, if the result is not 0, abdina, what is the meaning? That is a odd number, so that should be written in a else part. Okay, so and when you write else, you have to write in line in the if. Okay, so you should not, there should not be even one space extra, there should not be one space less. Okay, so you have to write it in the same indentation. Idu endha line la eludriyo, same line la you have to write your else. Okay, so if that condition is, that is number modulo divided by 2 equal to 0, then the number is a even number. Else I want to print the number is a odd number. So when you execute this, so you will get enter an integer 28 I am entering. So what is the result of 28 modulo divided by 2? The result is 0. 0 equal to 0.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, it is. So the condition evaluates to true. So it will print 28 is a even number. So enter the number, enter an integer 135. Okay, 135. What is the modulo division of 135 modulo divided by 2? The answer is
1.
1. 1 equal to 0.
No, ma'am.
No. Okay, so that expression evaluates to false. So if it is false, then it will print the else part. What is there in the else part? Number
Print
is
num
a
is odd
odd
number.
number. This will get
Odd number.
printed. Okay, check whether it is clear or not. Is that clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Shall we go to the next program?
Yes, ma'am.
Shall we go to the next program?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, so look at the program. A program to accept 3 integers and print the largest of the 3. I want to print the largest of 3 numbers. Okay, make use of only if statement. Only if statement you have to use. Okay, if else kuda kadayadu, you have to use a if statement only. So before you just start looking into the answer, you just think. Okay, find the maximum of 3 numbers. So what should be the first step? First, you have to read all the 3 values. Right? Okay, you have to first read the 3 values from the user. So after reading the value, I have to compare. I have to take one number. So if I give you 50, 70, 110, abdina, just by looking at the number, you will be able to say that which is the largest number. So how your computer will think, how your computer will do the comparison. Okay, so to do so, I have to use a relational operator. I have to take one number and then I have to compare it with other 2 numbers. Okay, so when I compare it with other 2 numbers, okay, so if whatever the maximum number, okay, that I have to display. So for that you have to come up with the logic, and then what is the information that you have to give it to the user? The largest, what is the largest number that you have entered? Okay, so when you look at these programs, it is so simple. Why it is taking such a long time? Okay, so this is how you have to start writing your own program. Okay, so only now we have started giving instruction to the computer. Okay, you have to learn from the scratch. Okay, small instructions, how to develop, how your computer will understand, how to give the instruction in the form the computer can understand. Okay, like that you have to think. Okay, so only then you will be able to write programs, right? Okay, so now look at the a program that is given here. So x is equal to y equal to z is equal to 0. I will not say that this is mandatory. You can totally skip that. Okay, however, here what you are doing, you are reading the values. X is equal to, I have to read 3 values from the user. So x is equal to int of input of first integer, second integer, and then third integer. Next, so this is a one logic to find the maximum of 3 numbers. Okay, so what is the logic? Max is equal to x. Initially, I'm assuming that x is the largest number. Okay, if y greater than max. Okay, so y is greater than, when I compare these two number, if y is greater than max, then I'm assigning max is equal to y. Okay, so and then in the next simple if condition, I'm checking if z greater than max. Okay, in that case, I'm assigning max is equal to z. Okay, so here in what you're doing is, every time you are checking with the maximum number. Whatever the maximum number that you are assigning to a variable, you are using a new variable called max. Okay, you are using a new variable called max. So in that variable, you always store the largest value. Okay, now look at the step-by-step execution that is given here. So here I have given 25, 67, and then 45. So x is 25, y is 67, and then z is 45. So what is the very first step? Max is equal to x. What is the value of x? 25. So max is the variable. Now it is having the value 25. So here in if condition, what you are checking, if y greater than max, what is the value of y? 67. So 67 greater than 25. Yes. So in that case, what you are doing, max is equal to 67. So here this condition is satisfied. Now the max variable holds the value 67. After this, again there is a if condition. If z is greater than max, what is the value of z? 45. So is 45 greater than 67? No. Okay, so when you come out of this if statement, max is a variable which is holding the largest number. Understood? Understood? Do you understand the logic? Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, this is a very simple logic to find the maximum of 3 numbers. Okay, so this is the execution with the third integer as the largest integer. Okay, so initially I'm setting x56 as the maximum number. I'm just assuming to do the comparison. 67 greater than 56. Yes. So after doing this, I'm taking max as the biggest number. So far 67 is the biggest number. After this, I'm comparing z. Is 145 is greater than 67? Yes. Okay, so at that time I'm setting the variable max is equal to 145. So after executing these 3 statements, max variable will store the largest value. So here you are printing largest number is max. Okay, so this is a very important, very simple program to find the maximum of 3 numbers. Is that clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, okay. So we will stop the discussion here. Okay. So if else, if elif, and then other 2 if statements, we will discuss it tomorrow. Right? Okay. So today we have discussed simple if statement and then if else statement.